How did our solar system form? This is the Eagle Nebula. We are going to zoom in on an area in the center. This area has been called the Pillars of Creation. These pillars are huge gas clouds made of molecular hydrogen. Let's zoom in closer. The teardrop-shaped blob you can see is called a proplyd. Proplyd is short for protoplanetary disk. This object is around the size of our solar system. It is a disk of gas that is slowly forming a solar system around the protostar in the center. Our solar system began like this, as a cloud of hydrogen. The cloud of hydrogen is so massive that it cannot support its own weight and it begins to collapse on itself. As it does so, it rotates. Because it collapses, it also begins to rotate faster and faster. This happens because one of the fundamental laws of physics, the conservation of angular momentum. To understand this, imagine an ice skater spinning in a pirouette. As the skater pulls their arms in, they spin faster. That is exactly the same principles at work. The spinning cloud spins ever faster, and this causes molecules to rub against each other. This creates friction. The friction heats the cloud, and the gas begins to gather in the middle. This is the beginnings of a star. As more and more matter gathers in the center, the clump gets larger and hotter. This continues until a nuclear reaction begins, and the clump in the middle begins to turn hydrogen into helium. When this happens, it is known as a stellar ignition. A protostar is born. After millions of years, the star stabilizes into a young star, and the material left over in the cloud begins to condense into planets. The planets orbit the newly formed star. But that is not the whole story. Several other things contributed to the generation of life on Earth. The Earth currently resides at a distance from the Sun, known as the habitable zone. This is sometimes called Goldilocks zone. It is important because it is the distance from the Sun where liquid water is possible. If we were closer to the Sun, water would never exist as a liquid. Go out as far as Mars and it is frozen as ice. We are in the right place for liquid water, which is vital for life. In addition to this, enormous Jupiter shields us from impacts. Many things, like comets or asteroids, that could potentially hit Earth and make it uninhabitable are pulled in by Jupiter's enormous gravity. The ingredients for life which were formed in stars were blasted into space. As a result, these ingredients end up on the planets that form around new stars. The ingredients for life have been sent right across the cosmos by stars. These ingredients are common in our universe. Our universe was seeded by stars.